important reminder. All information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.
Isn't it so that you'll find out that each one of these levels of consciousness is a reality that you'll be able to look back down and see where you used to be? And consciousness is what we're really talking about, and it cannot be talked about. Consciousness can only be experienced. So anybody that's talking about consciousness is really just trying to explain something that really can't. The English language, remember, is made for work. It is not made for the interdimensional spiritual world. It's very weak to be able to explain these levels. Now, let's get back to a few more statistics. 30% of the population, now we're going to go bigger. And bigger meaning that 30% of the population is obese. And if 30% of the population is obese, 275 million people, you've got about 80 million plus people there that really have a lot of baggage on their body. How would you like to be able to, and I lost 40 pounds of baggage in my body, in my machine, how would you like to be able to have to feed 40 pounds of baggage? Do you really think that that wouldn't be a job? Do you really think that having children is hard? How about having millions and millions of small little intracellular parasites that constantly say, feed me, and feed me, because that's all they do, is feed. So part of what we do is actually to really explain, once you find out that all the microbes, parasites, fungi, mycobacteria, the nematodes, all these things that are what I call disease, live in certain tunes. And our body is a tune. And so once we figure out we're a tune, it's really simple. I'm going to put in tunes in my body to be able to raise my tune. And if I put in certain tunes that lower my tune, then I'm going to live with the creatures that live in that tune or that broadband. And you'll notice that the computer's really smart here. Okay, this is a machine. Your supercomputer is right here. And there are different parts of your body you're going to see when we go through this. You're going to feed your body with certain types of foods. You're going to feed your mind with certain types of foods. When's the last time you fed the supercomputer? Okay, that's something to think about again. When's the last time you fed your glands? Wow, didn't even know you had those, did you? Your heart, your pancreas, your spleen, your liver, your intestines. These are organs. When's the last time you fed your nervous system? And it doesn't like mercury, cadmium, aluminum, lead, arsenic, thallium, stainless steel, or other things that pervert the electrical, biomechanical, magnetic system. So it's pretty simple once you find out. The body, if anybody tells you it's a body, we know that they don't know what they're talking about. It's like a doctor that says you have a virus. You know what he says? You have a virus, and I'm going to give you a recipe, a prescription, and we're going to see if it works. If not, come back and we'll give you another. So if this body is not really understood what it is, then what we want to know is that we can't be arrogant enough to think that we can fix this machine. We have to know that if we give it the right tools, the right minerals, the right vitamins, the right hydration, the right alkalinity, the right oxygenation, the right style of life, then we know that this machine is self-organizing just like nature is. It fixes itself. And if we pervert it with heavy metals, plastics like bisphenol A, wait until we go through some of the literature. Remember, I'm only telling you, I'm a student just like you. I'm only telling you what I see, feel, hear, and touch. And we, together, are wanting to expand what we do know and expand what we don't know. So once you sort of understand this idea, You're a part of the Earth Shift Project team, and we need your help. And what is that type of help? We're trying to unravel the secrets to health, which we're going to go through. Remember, you're going to find out where you're at, and you're going to terrain modify this machine that I call the Cyborgus Organicus. It's an organic cyborg, and you own it, but you don't have a manual on how to fix it, do you? Like when you watch the movie Predator, and this thing, it hurts itself, it gets shot, and what does it do? It repairs itself. How about all we have to do is give this machine what it needs and take away what it doesn't, and what do you think happens? Magic. When you cut yourself, and you can try cutting yourself, you've done it many times, do you fix yourself? No, you don't. This machine, is self-organizing, just like a tornado, just like a hurricane, just like the cosmos. And remember the words. We're going to unravel a lot of the words here. Yes, we're jumping around, but it's part of the micro to macro system. What is meant by the cosmos? Because we're going to get into this too, because this machine remembers 100 trillion cells equal to the 100 trillion stars in the galaxy. The cosmos means order. So once we find out that this machine demands order, then all we have to do is give it what it wants. And that's what this pyramid is about. The pyramid, as you can see, is an isosceles triangle, similar to the Great Pyramid, Teotihuacan Pyramid. It's a 52-degree pyramid, as you can see, most of the pyramid sites, and approximately there's about 1,000 pyramids on the planet. Remember, we don't even know who made these things. We don't know pretty much anything. We don't know any of his story or the history. So again, this is why we need your help to unravel some of the secrets of health, some of the secrets of wealth. And wealth is not money. Wealth is information. A side effect of wealth is money, which is exchange material in this world of form. Health, wealth, and what do we all want? Happiness, don't we? You can ask any culture. I've flown around the world, been to so many places, and everybody wants the same thing. No matter who you are, one of the 5 root races, red, brown, black, yellow, and white, every race wants the same thing. So, health, wealth, happiness. Now, once we get self-sustainable, and we're talking not just self-sustainable, but group-sustainable. We must work together in the system to be able to unravel the new system. It's called triality consciousness. So when we get to this group level called self/group sustainability, now this is an interesting area, because in order for you to be able to see the big picture, you must help yourself. You must communicate with the internal self and make it sustainable. I hardly eat any foods right now compared to the 7 meals I used to eat before, feeding all the creatures inside me. My background is a toxicologist and parasitologist, doctor chiropractic, naturalist, a purist, trying to find forms that are as most to what we call creation instead of perversion. And we can see a lot of the scientific companies have taken the word perversion to a new word, and we'll get through that, and that's genetically modified foods. And remember, I'm not saying this, I'm just a student. I'm here to be able to help you, you're here to be able to help me unravel these ideas. So the last one here, we'll go through these real quick again, is health, wealth, happiness. Self and group sustainability must internally sustain yourself, and then outside of yourself has no choice. It'll be contagious for you to want to be able to spread the word on the outside to become sustainable. Take care of the planet, not destroy it, because if not, look down, if you were an alien race and just looking down at us, and you would see that, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? Are you unconscious? At certain levels of the pyramid, you'll see, if you're in this level, and I hate to say this, you will see that you were unconscious at that level. I'm not telling you that. You'll see this for yourself. Everybody does. We've had thousands of people do the Alkaline Lifestyle Challenge for Transformation. And this is a 180-day terrain modification program for you to be able to take your acidic lifestyle that you don't even know you have and terrain modify it to an alkaline forming one. And it's not just the body you're going to alkalize. You're going to alkalize the mind. the emotions, the heart, and energy and motion is 80% of who you are. So if your emotions are 80% of you, I think we would want to learn how to master this level of ourselves. And we can't master anything when our bodies are full of lead. How do you get lead? Lead's in a lot of things. Lead in pencils, lead in lipstick, lead in makeup, lead in underarm, just a variety of foods and everything. Find out where these poisons are coming in, and you'll see that there is an easy way to sidestep, renegotiate. Don't complain, just make a move. So we got health, wealth, happiness, self and group sustainability, internally and externally, and now we have the one we're not supposed to talk about. Inscension and ascension, which are one inside the other. The inscension is to be able to, as internal sustainability, is the same level, as you can say, as this idea called not ascension, that's outside, but inscension, like implosion. Do you know that nature follows the implosional rules? It is a cosmic law. Everything follows the wormhole. Everything. And we'll show you later, I have a wormhole that I've designed here. I have a 4-foot glass teardrop that we make and put into a spiral to show you what a tornado, a hurricane, or what a wormhole looks like. It's invisible, remember, so the water will show you what it looks like as the wave that you see at the ocean. The wave is not really what you think. The wave is just a representation of the energy that's actually making the wave give you the form that you're seeing, because the wave doesn't have form, it's water. So once we see that there is an invisible, and this is, remember, the inscension ascension level, you cannot talk about it. All you can do is experience it and look back, just like looking back at when you were 12th grade, and of course you knew everything in 12th grade. When you were 20 years old, 15 years old, you knew it all. I did, or at least I thought I did. And my dad always used to tell me, you think you know everything, don't you? Wait until you get a little older. And I said, yeah. Remember, I knew everything. And then when I got about 25, I said, whoa, I know some more. And I got 30 more degrees, seeing up to about 200,000 patient visits, a lot of people interacting with, experimenting and researching and applying and doing all these things. And once I got to 40 years old, I found out that I had to unlearn everything that I knew and be able to reprogram everything that I had no idea what I was going to do. Now I'm 50. And 50 years old, let me tell you, the more I know, the less I know, and that's a mantra. The more I know, the less I know. So that means the more questions I ask, the more answers that I get if I investigate things. And you'll see that the more questions that we ask, the more answers we get, the more answers we get, the more questions that we ask. And so we wind up getting this exponential expansion of what we call ignorance. But this is ignorance in a good way. This is not dumbed down ignorance.